Alright, I really need to get this video going now. So you've got an idea to start a business or provide a solution for someone or provide a service in your community, and you believe that there is a market with paying customers in that market for you to be able to start a business and start generating income. But how do you actually get from idea to opening a business and starting to generate income for that business? Most entrepreneurs, like myself, start working in the business before working on the business. What is the difference? Well, if you start working in the business, you're already involved in the making of the product or providing of the service, and you're not so involved in planning and developing the product and the business itself. This brings me to the 6 P's of business. What are the 6 P's of business? Well, first is the product, obviously. Then the planning. Then the paperwork involved in developing the product, as well as how that product goes to market and what the price for that product is. That brings me to the 4th one, which is price. After that, the process of how do you get that to the market, and then promotion. At the end of this video, I'll share a 7th P of business, and I suggest you watch to the end to find out what that is. So let's talk a little bit about your idea, your product, your solution that you want to bring to market. There are many ways of generating income, and there are many ways and many problems in the world and in the community around you that need to be solved, and there are products that you could provide for these communities or these markets and get customers to buy and pay you for this product or this solution. But if making money is your only motivation or your only reason for wanting to start a business, you may want to consider what your purpose is, what the purpose of your solution is, and what the purpose of your business would be. I suggest you check out this video about genuine wealth and how wealth revolves around a specific purpose and your passion. You may be worried that your product is not unique enough. And I'd like to say at this stage that if your product is only 20% different to someone else in the market's product, then it is unique enough for you to find a niche market for your product or solution. So for me, my product is helping people with understanding the flow of money and generating income through side hustle or entrepreneurship, and understanding how income and assets flow, cause the money to flow in and out of your life, and that money should flow, but that you need to direct that money in a direction that makes sense for your purpose and your passion. You obviously need to define your product and determine whether your product really is unique enough for you to be able to do business. And even if your product is not that unique or that different to your competitor's product, you may just be the person that brings that product to the fore and provide the service or the product in such a way that makes more sense for people and makes more sense for more people. Your product might not be that different, but you as the provider of that product might be 20% different to what your customer or your competitor is. So it's really important to define your product and what your product is, and which we'll talk a little bit more about later, but how do you bring that product to market? So your product obviously needs to solve some kind of problem. You've identified a need and you need to provide that product or that service or that solution to your customers. So it's really vitally important to really define your product and what purpose your product um, brings to the market. Why does your product exist? Why does your company exist? Why does your business exist? Name your product, develop your product, and test your product if it's possible. Whether it be with friends or family, maybe go to expos or markets and give your product away for free initially to see what the reaction is of your potential customers. But your product really needs to be something that customers would want and would be willing to pay for. So learn the skills and gain the knowledge about this product and what the market for this product looks like. And this is where myself included, many entrepreneurs fall down, is that they don't do the planning and identify the things around that product properly. So a big thing here about how you approach your business and your market and your product, it will be very dependent on your personality. Recently, I've learned a lot about personality and different personality types. And if you'd like me to talk about that, leave a comment in the description below or in the comments below if you'd like me to do a video on personalities and how your personality could potentially influence your business and the way you do business. Self-awareness is a very important thing. Many times, entrepreneurs in the current job market, with unemployment being so high, especially in South Africa, get thrown into becoming an entrepreneur out of necessity, out of the need and the requirement to produce income so that they can look after themselves, provide housing for them and their loved ones, and be able to buy food and pay for education and the basic necessities of living a life. But the planning also involves identifying how you take your product to market. Are you going to do it online? Is it a physical solution? Is it something that you need to produce? And are you the only one that can produce that? If you are the only one producing, how long can you do that? And how much of it can you do? How much time do you have in the day? Use your time effectively. And how do you split up your time during the day to still do the things that are important to you outside of your business or your solution or your customers? The P, the planning, is supposed to help you identify the solution, define the product, and how do you make that product. It is also important to consider the next P, and this is something that are many entrepreneurs' downfall, and that is paperwork. So why is paperwork important? In this step of paperwork, you need to define your home or your personal budget and finances, as well as the budget and finances for your business. You need to separate your personal and your business finances, and you need to identify how you will save on a regular basis. Just because you have a business doesn't necessarily mean that the money is unlimited. The same principles you apply in your personal finances, you need to apply to your business finances. That means spending less than you earn and saving on a regular basis. I suggest you check out this video about why it is important to spend less than you earn. And maybe even perhaps this video about budgeting and how to structure your budget. Make sure you don't steal from your business. That is why it is important to separate your personal finances from your business finances and keep them separate. The discipline of keeping your finances, personal and business, separate will help you manage it better and keep you away from the temptation of stealing your business finances. Keep records of your income and your expenditure. In other words, have an income statement that you update on a regular basis. This will be very important when it comes to submitting your annual returns, your tax returns, and being compliant as a business. I will cover more about this specific in the next video that I will publish next week. Understand the flow of money between your income, your expenses, your assets and your liabilities, the debt that you might have in your personal finances as well as in your business. Keep income statements. Understand your assets and understand your liabilities and your loans and or your debt. You also need to do cash projections based on what your product cost and what your expenses are. And this brings me to the next P, which is price. You need to know and understand the cost of your product. You obviously need to keep those costs as low as possible, but still be able to produce a quality product or solution to your customers. Your product needs to add value from the word go, but as you add more value on top of that product, you can also increase your sales, increase the value add to your customers, and eventually increase your price and increase your sales that way as well. You always need to be increasing your sales, and you need to be aware of the costs of producing that product and bringing it to the market. Always have more than one supplier so that you have options between timelines as well as costs and cost structures. So one way you could reduce the cost is by adding some value to your supplier. In that way, your supplier might consider you a value added customer of theirs and give you better pricing or give you discounts or give you special products or specials on certain parts of the product, depending on how much value you add to their business again. This brings me to the next P, which is process. Know your process. Know the process of providing or developing your product, producing your product or solution, and how you reach your customers and what you will do on a daily basis to produce and provide your product. You need to know your process so that you can constantly improve that process. And you also need to understand the process of enabling yourself to do more. So you also need to understand the process of hiring and firing when it becomes necessary. Hire slow, but be sure that you hire correctly. The reason you would hire people is so that you can step back and train those people to take over some of your mundane roles that are not necessary for running the business. You need to use your time effectively and wisely so that you can run the business as well as keep an eye on everything that goes on in the business. Hopefully there will come a point where you cannot be involved in every single bit of the business, and believe you me, there are many parts of the business that you might not be aware of when you start your business. This means that you might want to employ someone to do the admin or the finances for you while you concentrate on dealing with the customers. Or you might want to hire salespeople so that you can concentrate on developing and producing the product if you are the expert at the company. But you always need to be training new people and transferring your knowledge to other people if you expect your business to grow. Next, you need to be able to promote your product, promote your business, and promote your solution. This means that you need to understand your market, understand your target market, and understand your customers' needs. You need to be able to explain your business in 30 seconds. Albert Einstein is quoted for saying that if you don't understand something simply, or rather if you can't explain something simply, then you don't understand it well enough yourself. You need to develop the brand of your business. Brand your business as well. Find the logo, define a logo, create a logo, find someone to make a logo for you. Create promotional material for your business to do it, promote your business online or on paper, wherever you choose to do it. Always keep your business neat and organized, and know that you need to keep growing. If you stop growing, your business will stagnate. And if something stagnates, it starts dying. Always be improving your business and your sales, and realize that money must flow. If you start holding on to the money, your business will suffer for it. Now for the seventh P of business, and that is people. Both your customers, your partners, your employees, and your friends, and your family. People in your business, people at home, and people that come to do business with you, whether it be suppliers or customers. Choose your people wisely. Choose your partner, your life partner, your personal partner wisely. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make in life and in business, is choosing and trusting the wrong partners. Choosing and trusting the wrong people. Make sure that the people that you partner with in your personal life and in business are actually people that share the same values that you do and people that you want to spend time with. Because as your business grows, you will spend more time with these people and you will need the support of your partners in business and in your personal life. And you will need to be able to build long-term relationships with these people. I talk more about this in the video I shared earlier about genuine wealth, that quality relationships is important in life and in business. If you are at a point where you want to start your own business but you're not sure of what you want to do, I suggest you check out this video about different ways of generating income online. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications, and please give this video a like. Come back next week for more details about business compliance and annual returns, and I hope you have a great weekend. Have fun, enjoy, and be blessed. Cheers.